it all started. You know, I was a wakeboarder, just wanted to get away from the boots, be free on the board, and had a Flight 69 and put some Astro deck on top, and that's kind of where wake skating started for me. I mean, there wasn't too many people wake skating back then, and to where it was then and where it is now, it's where I always dreamed where it would be.
An event like this it's so unique because it's not this giant industry, it's the riders doing what they want to do. That's how the Toe Jam started. Scott didn't plan on having this 10-year event or this crazy big picture of what it's become, but it really just started with him wanting to have a birthday party with his friends and go wake skating.
This is the second year the Wakeskate tour's been out, different stops at different people's places they have set up. I think that's the way the whole contest scene is going to go for wake skating.
Every event we've had has significantly gotten better than the last event, and every time we think there's no way it can get any better than that last event, it does. Most of the guys in our top 18 can ride a wake skate better than average skateboarders can skateboard, and they're throwing around a 12-pound board going 23 miles an hour.
I don't know if there's a trick I've done on my wake skate that I haven't done on my skateboard, so it translates really well.
A lot of wake skaters now are like moving towards the whole winching and like gap side of things, and riding boat on a wake skate I think is still definitely a big part of it because it's where it started. And if you know how to ride the boat, you learn rope control, body control that you don't necessarily learn as much behind a jet ski or a winch. I think boat riding is definitely very necessary still.
Woke up this morning, I looked at the heats and it was stacked. Tweaked through my first heat. I didn't think I was going through. I actually kind of walked off the dock pretty mad and upset. Put my board in the truck and I hear my name come over to PA, oh, you're going to semis. So I was like, oh wow, blessing, I got one more shot. Ended up going through semis and laying it down, and then it ended up getting me through. I think I still had the shakes and jitteries. Man, the moment I did the wake-to-wake kickflip was just absolutely insane. Like, I don't think I've ever had that feeling ever before. And so it's definitely an awesome feeling to be out here and make history. And it put me through in the finals against Andrew Fortenberry. And
I called heads, got it wrong. George made me ride first, which was fine. I was still a little tired, but I had just got done riding, so to me that's kind of nice because I just actually was out there doing it and I can still remember the feeling of that wake, so that helped. I think that might have helped me a little bit. As soon as George took off, started his first pass, he was just hammering him out, trick after trick after trick, and then he fell, which I wasn't expecting, and so that gave me a little bit of hope. So he got back up, hit another trick or two, and he fell again. I was like, oh, okay, because I had 2 falls also. So we're almost even at that point. So it comes down to him landing his bonus trick pretty much. He cuts out, I'm like, he did it perfect the first time before. and it left the water, and it was perfect too, and he just caught it, and I was like, oh my God. And then he hit the water, and as soon as he slipped out, everyone turned at me, and I was just like, wow, that was so heavy. Like, I can't believe that just happened. Like, I've never done that good in a boat contest ever, so I was pretty proud of myself for that.
Wakeboarding and wake skating have not really been frowned upon, but they haven't had the best light shined on them in a lot of the other industries because it's just boating back and forth, you know, jump in the wake. And I think now that we are like going to spots and going out into like nature and finding our own places that we can ride these boards and make them unique, that to me is what is gonna catch the world. That's what's gonna make skateboarders look at wake skating and be like, wow, that's something different.
Wake skating today is what we dreamed it would be the first year of Toe Jam. The things that are happening now are the things that we dreamed 10 years ago would happen.
You can tell in the quality of the work, you know, it looks a lot better now. Before it was, you know, above ground pools that were built with sandbags and that were 30 feet long and it was pulled with a 5-horse winch.
And these steepest ledges you've ever seen with the slickest plastic and just not at even the right angles for the pool or anything. And I mean, it was what it was. And then over the years, it's just progressed. The pools have gotten bigger, the setups have gotten more legit.
And the riding levels just tripled. I mean, last year and this year we've had new tricks landed throughout the whole day, and you don't get that at a contest. Most of what people think of as a contest is do what you've practiced for the last month and done 100 times, and this is go learn how to wake skate better.
I think the one good thing about this is all these kids are learning how to do these really hard tricks down drops, hopefully so they can take them and go to like a winch spot and do them in a natural setting.
Getting in when I did at the beginning and seeing everything, I couldn't be happier with what's happening now and where the sport's going.
We got 24 riders right now in the quarterfinals, and then they're gonna chop that in half to 16 in the semifinals, and then top 6 finals.
Going into my next heat, I feel like sort of I'm playing the lottery. I have a very, very slim chance of making it to finals, but anything could happen. You put your numbers down.
You know, there's not a single heat out here that isn't stacked.
I'm not exactly sure who's in my heat just because I looked at it and it was like, which heat do you want to be in? There's no easy heat.
I don't know, other contests you kind of want to do something conservative or whatever, but everyone's here, so I'd rather go for something or go broke.
As the day goes on, each round is just going to get crazier than the last. I mean, it's super intense. It's kind of like nerve-wracking, but I've learned to really enjoy that feeling.
Honestly, I think anyone could win. It's just gonna, probably not me, but anyone else, it's just gonna take some crazy thing.
Definitely a technical wedge trick to a technical trick down the drop. Like, I don't know what's gonna win it, honestly, right now. Everyone's got a trick that could win for sure. It's anyone's game.
It's crazy. The past couple heats, I don't even know how they judged them.
It's already been an insane day. Everybody's just really, really stepped up from last year, and last year was crazy enough as it was, so it's really, really been an insane day.
It's crazy. I flew out here with no expectations. I've never done a tour stop before. And the first day it was 40 people, and it was take the top 6, and you went against everyone, which was crazy. Made it through that. This morning we had quarters, semifinals, and that kickflip board slide just came through for me. Got me to this super final, and like I said, I've never been in a final, and I can't be more stoked.
It's always a little nerve-wracking at first. Like, there's always 6 of us that are, any one of them could take first or second or third or whatever, so it's always a little nervous at first, but then once everyone gets going, we have a good time, and it's no pressure.
No, honestly, I really didn't see myself winning at all. Just like watching all the practice heats, and I don't know, the riding's getting better and better each year, and like the setups are getting better. It's just so much fun to watch. So no, I didn't expect it at all.
First stop is always a break-in, you know, like everybody's getting warmed up from the cold winter months, and now it's like everybody's seeing what each other's doing, and everybody's going to be throwing down, just riding like crazy to see if they can take Ben's spot.